Hello, and welcome to all my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, what's wrong with you? Um, Today, I wanted to talk. This is to introduce a first of a series of videos discussing this book, which is How to Improve Your Foreign Language Immediately by Boris Shekelman, who taught Russian to journalists and diplomats in the U.S. I'll put a link to the book in the description if you want to buy it, and I highly recommend you buy it. It's a good read. It's not massively thick. But Boris Schuckman was not just an author, but also a leading expert in helping students reach near native second language competence. So when he worked at the Foreign Service Institute, teaching diplomats, he developed the first course for level 3 and 4 students. And that course has been described in a number of publications and was presented to the Interagency Language Roundtable in 1985 as the program of excellence. Now, in the 6 years he taught at the FSI, with classes ranging from 4 to 6 students, everyone who entered at a level 3 with a prior in-country experience, which was one of the prerequisites, and remained the entire 6 months, achieved a level 4, which was the highest level. Now, he served on the directorial board of the Journal of Distinguished Language Studies, which is a forum for exchanging information about developing high levels of proficiency in foreign languages. He edited 5 books on social, cultural, and social linguistic competencies. He lectured and provided consultation to many government departments and in private language programs. Unfortunately, Boris Shekelman passed away from leukemia at age 77 in New York City in March of 2017. But in his book, How to Improve Your Foreign Language Immediately, he gives 7 tools for controlling communication in a second language. Now, this toolbox allows one to enter a conversation with a native speaker and successfully stay in that conversation by regulating the conversation so it stays to a manageable proficiency level for the learner and a comfortable level for the native, and allows the learner to accomplish the goal of entering a conversation, whether it be to impart the information, negotiate, impress with a presentation. It allows the learner to use the foreign language to their advantage and not to their disadvantage. So these are some of the advantages which are conveyed by these tools, which are outlined in this book. Now, while we're on the subject of books, I'd like to take a moment to tell you that I am also an author, and my books are available on all the main internet bookstores: Amazon, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, and Apple. You can check out my links to these sites from my website, xgipublishing.com. If you'd like to support me and the channel, please consider buying a book. It's a win-win where you get a great book and support this channel at the same time. So, the rules of communication are strategies that the learner can become strategically competent in. But communication tools go beyond the strategy for learning a language. They're strategies for organizing, fostering, controlling, and learning from the communications. So these rules or tools will make your communication more effective. And you can even use these tools in your native language to foster better communication. They are, however, intended for learners of a foreign language. So you will need to spend some time to learn these tools, but you will not regret the time you spent learning the tools or learning how to apply them, I promise you. So what are these communication tools? Well, when you go into a foreign country, effective communication is paramount importance to you. The quality of the communication depends on your command of the language. The better your language skills, the more fluent your speech. Language proficiency forms a primary foundation for communication's quality, but the acquisition of the language has nothing to do with the communication tools in this book. So Boris states in the book that when he was working with journalists and businessmen, they obviously had no interest in any academic credit or passing any certification test. They needed pure communication for practical purposes. And in the few weeks or months he could spend with them, he couldn't hope to bring their language skills any further forward than they already were. So he focused on their communication skills and making them better. Boris stated that journalists quite easily acquire communication skills because they employ them even in their native language every day. Now, the 7 tools we're going to cover in this series are show your stuff, build up your islands, shift gears, simplify, break away, embellish it, and say what. Now, personally, I've bought 3 copies of this book, and after I loaned out 2 of them, which never came back, I no longer loan out my book. And I hope you'll stick around for this whole series and enjoy the series. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe and share this around and hit the bell to get notified when a new entry comes out. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.